Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like Drinks and Destination, a handy guide to the world of wine, spirits and more, along with a dip into travels around the world.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello and welcome everyone. Well, we here in the studio, I'm joined by no one today because unfortunately Kevin is not joining us. But Chiranjit is there, joining us via phone call as always. And Chiranjit, you know what? Today I am double excited. Not just because we are hitting the weekend, but even something more bigger than is happening. I mean, we always dreamt of this thing of India being hosted or India playing in the World Cup, and it's happening. And it's happening right here, I mean, in India. And today is what? Today is a big day. I don't think I've ever been excited for a draw ceremony like I was today when I woke up. And today it is finally 7th July. Here it is, Chiranjit. How is your excitement? How excited are you?
I just want us to get a good group, which pretty much means that I don't expect India to really top any group at this point. But I'm hoping, it should be a mix. Like, there should be one really good team that we get to see our boys play against, and a couple of other easy teams who we can really fight and maybe win a game against.
Yeah.
So that's how high my expectations are from this Under-17 World Cup, and I hope the draws work out there. We're playing in Delhi, so let's hope for less pollution as well.
Yeah, exactly. Now we'll come back to the draws, talking about the ceremony. Before that, we shall touch upon a bit of news that's been broken out. Yesterday, we all know about it. But just to mention, now Subrata Paul was banned for doping, right? He failed his dope test and now he's been cleared. Yeah. It's come out that he's finally been cleared and there's no penalty and he can play again. So that's a great news, right?
Great news, and even better news is that the doctor in question who cleared him to take that medicine which contains tabutulin, apparently it was to treat an illness. That doctor is probably going to be reprimanded and probably even face some punishment for this.
Okay.
When we first talked about this, when the story came out, we mentioned this, that the doctors, it should be a really easy for the doctors to advise the players properly, because the National Anti-Doping Agency, the World Anti-Doping Agency, they maintain a very current list of banned medicines which contain those problematic substances.
Right.
It's there on the website. Anybody can see it. It's updated regularly. So if you are about to prescribe something to a player, it should just be common sense. Just let's check the list, Just open the list and control F, type in the name, see if it's there. If it's there, don't prescribe it.
Right.
So how could somebody who was apparently associated with the national team make such a major mess? And imagine, it could have ended his career. If he had gotten that 2-year ban, it would have ended up, he's 30 plus now, and he goes out of action for 2 years, then he can, who knows how much he would be able to make a comeback after that, at the twilight of his career. Yeah. It could have ended his career. That's how grave the threat was. But I'm really happy for him. Subrata has had a turbulent career with unfortunate accidents throughout, and he struggled a lot. So it's a good thing that this did not add to all of that.
Absolutely.
And I hope he gets a good time in ISL.
Yeah, absolutely. Now moving on with another ISL signing, that ATK finally gave out the confirmation of signing Devjit, but they've also taken the services of Prabir Das. Now, Chiranjit, looks like they've been hounding literally Mohun Bagan.
Yeah, Prabir Das is a former Mohun Bagan and East Bengal player. And he's from Kolkata. He's got a fan following there. So, of course, they went for him. Prabir, apparently the thing was held up because of some negotiations. ATK wanted to offer a multi-year deal, but Prabir did not want to contract for more than 1 year because he said look, I want to play in ISL because that's good for my, my career.
Yeah.
I want to play where the eyeballs are and money is. But if Mohun Bagan comes back next season, I want to play for Mohun Bagan. If Mohun Bagan play in ISL next season, I want to keep that door open so that I can go back there. So that's what he said, apparently. This is coming from a few newspapers. And they have reached an agreement in a way. And so, yeah, Prabir Das will be playing over there for now.
Okay.
And it's interesting because Pritam Kotal was the other big player that ATK were chasing. So now I think he goes to the draft. That or somebody, signs him up. I think Tata were after him. Tata were after a lot of East Bengal and Mohun Bagan players, apparently. Even Devjit Mojumdar had an initial interest from Tata. So let's see where he ends up. Pritam Kotal.
Yeah, well, let's see how that works. Now, another player from one of the Kolkata clubs. Now, he's an East Bengal legend, Mehtab Hossain. Chiranjeev, what's happening? He's been honored in a stamp. There's some music album. What's the scene really?
That was by some East Bengal fan groups who organized that event. So we know that after spending so many years with the club, at East Bengal, he became a club legend. And he played extensively for the national team as well. He is going to leave East Bengal. I mean, we first heard that Kerala Blasters was about to retain him, but they have chosen not to keep him among the two players who were retained. So he will go into ISL draft. So, yeah, that's what is happening. He has decided to leave the club, and it's a good gesture of class from East Bengal fans that they organized everything. The Indian stamp, Indian Post, who complied with it, and it's actually very rare to see an Indian footballer get a postage stamp dedicated to him when he's still playing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Mehtab Hossain has 2-3 more years of football left in him, and he's getting that kind of recognition. And they even published a music album with a few songs
dedicated to him.
Mehtab Hossain.
Okay.
That's rare as well, but this just shows the extent to which he's loved, and East Bengal fans adore him. So it's awesome that they're doing this, and he's getting a legend's farewell from East Bengal.
That's great. It's always good to see fans giving back for the players that they've done so much. Now, coming back to spend a little time on the draws today, because there are some eminent personalities, former international footballers who are going to be there, and the present one also, where we have from India, we have Sunil Chhetri, of course, the captain of the senior national team. Well, now, along with Chhetri and Sindhu, we have two other former international players, footballers, per se. Cambiaso, the Argentine player, who's well-known, who's played for well-known clubs around the world, like Inter Milan, Real Madrid, and many others. Well, he's also had over 60 international caps for Argentina, the national team. And I think the current, my generation, or the ones who came much later to watch and who became fans of football, would be familiar with this other name, Nwankwo Kanu. He's also a well-known figure. He's played for EPL clubs like Arsenal and other clubs like Inter Milan, and he's also known for his goals for Ajax, respectively, and he's also had almost close to 90 appearances for the national team, Nigeria. And he's also played for under 17 and under 23 respectively. Chiranjeev, great occasion, right, to see these big names.
Yeah, it's always a fanboy moment when a former Arsenal really renowned player comes to India, and it's going to create some buzz around the draw ceremony, right? People will tune in. Hopefully we get to see it live as well, streamed live on the FIFA YouTube platform.
It's also, by the way, it's also live on Sony 6. That's what they've tweeted.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So we can just sit down and watch the entire thing, and it will be history unfolding before our own eyes.
Exactly.
And it's great that such ambassadors of the sport are, present at the occasion to oversee and take forward the ceremony. So it's awesome that this has happened. This will generate more interest, and let the action begin.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are finally claiming our spot in world football. I'm super excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that is about the World Cup draw by the under-17. We have a lot of good news today for you, because the other news that came out yesterday was not surprising. We expected this. We said this would happen, but the official announcement took place yesterday that India, the senior national team, are ranked 96th now. Well, I think they are second best in a very long time. After 100, now they are inside top. They are within 100 now. Chiranjeev, do you see them bettering their 94th rank that they had in 96?
Yeah, of course. They will do that anytime. I have always said, even when Stephen Constantine came in, I think one of our old podcasts from last year after the South Championship, I mentioned just on a hunch that, hey, look, this team looks like it should be somewhere around 80 to 85. Okay, in a rightful place.
Right.
There are teams which are below us, which are actually better than us. But there are also teams above us which are not better than us. Okay, that's how the FIFA ranking game is played. It's about how you plan your matches and how you align the right number of matches at the right time so that you can get maximum ranking points out of it. So the thing is that others have been playing and working the system to get a good ranking for themselves for a long time. And AIFF did not start doing that until about a couple of years ago. Yeah. When they finally started paying attention to it. I think that also started last year. So it's been more than a year of some engineer somewhere, a European guy apparently, who always is there and sitting in front of a computer just calculating possibilities, all the permutation combinations of math, regarding the FIFA ranking points. And AIFF are actually working on it. Kushal Das has done so well to align the right matches.
Right.
And I just read a column written by Prasun Bandyopadhyay, former Indian international. He's a politician now. He's been a sports administrator for a while as well. He talks about there's some time in 2005, 2006 when it was, I think, somebody else was the AIFF president, I think Priyanjan Das Munshi.
Okay.
And he was with him somewhere at a conference where somebody explained exactly how this system works and how it can be used to your advantage if you plan this right. But AIFF did not have the resources back then to properly influence other teams to come to play India or arrange proper friendlies at regular intervals. That did not work out back then. And it's finally happening, more than 10 years later.
Right.
And a lot of credit goes to IMG Reliance because IMG has a big influence in the world of football. They have connections. They can, line up matches, but fairly easily, particularly easily. And because of their association with Indian football, it has become much easier for AIFF to get the matches straightened up.
Right.
And we are seeing the results now. We are up to 96. This team can easily go up to 80. Okay, that's where as I always said, that's where the actual battle starts. That's where we'll have to start pushing further.
Yeah.
We'll have to bring in the new generation who will have to be better than these guys.
Yeah.
We'll have to find somebody who's better than Chetri. We'll have to find somebody who's better than Eugene Sun, better than even Daniel maybe.
Yeah.
So that's where the battle will go on, and it's a long-term battle. Let's see how the under-23 team is now getting a lot of attention.
Right.
So you can already see the long-term plan in action.
Yeah.
The under-17 team has been well trained for the last couple of years. They have told the world they have had exposure like no other Indian team before of any age group. And they're going to play in the World Cup. Right. Now AIFF are saying we want to hold the under-19 World Cup.
Under-20.
Right? So, we may not get it. But, if the intent is there, that means these kids will receive even more intense training and proper build-up to the lead-up to that tournament as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can already see that even in the junior levels, AIFF is working with a long-term plan. You can even see that in the under-23 team is getting so much attention now that they're playing Singapore. Of course, the USA tour did not work out and that sucks. But hey, they're going to Singapore and playing 2 matches. Yeah. Right? Which is, again, you are sending the kids out playing in a different country. That's always beneficial to them. Yeah. Right? So that is happening as well. So you can see that across the age levels, they're preparing for this, you know. Professor Patel may talk about 2022 or 2026 World Cup. Yeah. That's not feasible from what we see right now. But yes, 2034, my money is still on that. Let's see how the next generation, acts when they grow up. How they deliver on a bigger stage. If they can, land contracts at some foreign clubs. And that is a possibility for some of the players. If they're playing in the Under-17 World Cup and they catch the eye of some scout, they can easily get like a 5-6 year contract at some European club. Doesn't even have to be top division. Yeah. Second, third division is at Germany or England. That's still a good really opportunity for a player to grow up and develop. Yeah. So all that is lining up. Now let's see how the boys deliver. Let's see how the national team delivers in the upcoming Asian Cup and the qualifiers leading up to it and the Champions Cup that will probably happen next month. If all that works out, yes, we are on a long path to make that ultimate dream into a reality. And I can't be more thankful that I'm getting to witness this.
Yeah, well, the present looks really good, so hopefully we have a better future as well, and that leads up to a great future. Now that's all for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show, and do not forget to tune into the draw ceremony. In case you miss out the live action, we will get you all the updates on our Twitter handle. To follow is TFG Football, and if you're listening to us on YouTube, please do the honors, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icons to get updates of our new episode. You can also read about all these stories on our website, thefangarage.com. Have a great day, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show, and have a great weekend. Come back to us next week. Cheers.
That was Tantrik Steve from Hansraj College, Delhi, performing at IIT Bombay's Mood Indigo. Just like them, there's a lot of new talent and art coming out of colleges all across India, but unfortunately most of this goes completely unnoticed or ignored. To fix this, we started ATKT.in. Hi, I'm Ankur, I'm a musician and a rapper, and I found that one of the best things about being an artist myself is finding new talent. Through ATKT.in, Tanya, my colleague who's a dancer, and our whole team really is putting all of our efforts into discovering and promoting all the coolest talent that's coming out of colleges all across India. And this goes up on our website, our social media, TV, radio, and now, of course, this podcast with IVM. Make sure you go to our website, support the talent with your likes, your shares, your comments. All of that really matters. Go ahead, check it out. ATKT.in.
एक्सक्यूज मी भैया, एक्सक्यूज मी.
बोलिए मैडम.
मेन्यू में क्या है?
मेन्यू में सीन अनसीन है, पॉडकास्ट है, ऑन कोर्स है, साइरस है, मेड इन इंडिया, रीडिस्कवरी प्रोजेक्ट, एम्पावरिंग सीरीज, सेक्स वैक्स है, IVM लाइक्स है, सिंप्लीफाइड है, कीपिंग इट क्वियर है, ड्रिंक्स एंड डेस्टिनेशंस है, माय नेबर जकरबर्ग है और द फैन गराज है. आपको क्या चाहिए?
एक बार रिपीट कर देंगे क्या?
रिपीट नहीं करता हम. आप जाओ IVMpodcast.com पे और सुनो ये सब, या फिर डाउनलोड करो उनका ऐप. सब आपकी उंगलियों पे.